like for Fnatic?
I think it's an interesting one when you come down to the veto. I thought Cloud9 would either...
Here we go. We've got Ancient. It didn't take hold too long, and we probably could have rambled for 2 more minutes, but you never know. Fnatic versus Cloud9, the inaugural match of the Thunderpick World Championship. Let's kick it off.
Loving this aggression out of Crims already early. Axel dealt with Boombl4, though. There's that immediate trade. Afro on notice, but there's another element here. Look, you've got Mezzi in the back lines. Because of Crims' aggression, I don't think they clear this. With Afro taking the contact, that sells the idea even further. Mezzi waiting and Mezzi securing. They're not ready for him, and now Hobbit coming up with these strategies. You just need to play your own brand of Counter-Strike. Crims throws that instant elbow smoke as well, and immediately Cloud9 are scaling up B.
And we just clocks this MP9 might just have a field day. Dexter actually needs to find some covers right with the first kill, and if this bomb goes down, which it most certainly will, Cloud9 are already a happy team. They're probably gonna all go into the grave together. They can hold hands, but getting the bomb down on the clock round, 1 kill to go with it. You don't really care about the kill. You fully care about your own economy being bolstered with 800 extra dollars. Getting naded. And gonna say, hey, let's all back on board. Dexter decapitated, does land a dink himself, and there's a lot of aggression here from Fnatic. So even though, yes, they took the first casualty, Cloud9 are just stamping on their feet on the A site.
Yeah, this is a nice play from Cloud9. You sent a couple of players over to make noise towards B. That invites Fnatic in after taking this mid space. They scale shelf, and that leaves A completely vulnerable. And Cloud9, they've just rolled out the red carpet, and now they're in this after plant situation. 4 on 3. Everyone from Fnatic, they're trying to rotate through Donut, but look at all these pressure points being applied here by the T side. There's no way out now for Fnatic. They're stuck in the mouth of Donut, and they're being traded out as well. Can Mezzi and Roy hold on to these rifles?
All too much. So overall for Fnatic, eyes peeled. I love the addition of the cams. Nade coming through, that's the distraction. Boombl4 gets traded out. Hobbit then fells Dexter. And that's overall good for Cloud9. Even with the missed molly that we saw on the site, Hobbit needs to be careful. Oh my, never mind. He's just got to win them the round.
That's an awkward one for Crims.
1 bullet.
Hobbit is 1 bullet away from death, as you just said. And yeah, that is a little bit awkward. Once again, we're in this safe scenario. To be honest, the guns are coming to play, and Cloud9 have been looking really methodical.
I reckon ideally they hold on to the AWP and the A1S.
Yeah, this is a nice round out, Fnatic. The fact that you've got a couple of players grouped over towards B, but the rifle's gone in solo. Roy has lost it, and that means it's not recoverable now for Fnatic. Unless they want to go on a little bit of an expedition. You're hoping and praying that Afro is able to get a kill, but it's not going to amount to anything. Yet again, this is a rinse-repeat of round 3.
And right now, the pistols, yeah, sure, they could run forward, but you'd be giving extra money to Cloud9. Afro gets rid of Electronic at least, but now you do know where the AWP is, and if Cloud9 do feel like rushing, at least got better information for the job right now. That's a lot of kills happening in succession, meaning just Afro is left over, and yeah, they're going to go guts out. Everybody forward. Let's try and get rid of this AWP. And then we also get answer to the question whether they're going to pick it up themselves. Great molly out of Axel. Now they've got the information as well. Great shot out of Afro to follow it up. Got to assume they didn't pick up the AWP. Yeah. Is running a Max 10 even.
To be honest, it does make a lot of sense, but also in addition, I feel like you've touched on a really good point there. The fact that, look, CS2 right now, it feels difficult for AWPers to really get involved in the fight sometimes. That is awkward, because that definitely would have put an end towards Crims. Instead, he's now alive. Hobbit's walked past and taken this space in towards red, but finally Crims is dealt with, and now Cloud9 have got a big flank.
Now, you already mentioned this, right? Getting on, he's going to spot Afro. That's, of course, going to be a free kill, but, well, they did manage to get past Roy at least. He's just waiting for that bomb to get closer so they can use it as more of a surprise. Hobbit's going to wield the AWP. That's obviously a huge upgrade, but they're going to be able to get that bomb down and run a 2-on-2 post-plant position. Hobbit was on the lookout on the perfect angle for a second. He's going to back down. There's still a molly disposable as well for Cloud9. Counterable with the smoke. Dexter is just closing the gap outright, not using anything here. Electronic will go peeking. That's the end of Dexter, and it feels like the chances for Fnatic have just plummeted. All up to Mezzy. Try and find an opener against Electronic. That's nice, at least. It's the start, but he doesn't have a kit on him currently, and Hobbit just holding down the angle. So icy in the veins. He's going to die, but he's also going to win the round.
Yeah, so clever out of Hobbit. But he knows that...
Some upgraded pistols in there, a tad bit of utility, so they're giving themselves a chance. At least to fight against Cloud9. Look spectacular here, but Mezzy is going to get a great drop on Boombl4, who's entirely blind, but he might not realize that there's a secondary player. But look at this, it's only Fnatic kills Perfecto now to capitate.
That is not what Cloud9 were anticipating. That is a really nice set piece to pull out for Fnatic.
Yeah, those 5-7 kills, they just wreak more havoc. And look at this nade damage as well at the start of the round. Cloud9, sure, you're able to get right back up and get the rifles out, but immediately they're in the thick of it again. A lot of shrapnel in their body. Boombl4. Head unscrewed by troubles Mezzy. That we said. It's not like Fnatic can go all out Dexter. I think he's being antagonized here by Axel. In the end, loses patience, throws a nade. Axel.
The fact that he is more than willing to get involved, take these fights really early, is a scary sign here for Cloud9. Different variation now on middle for Fnatic as well. Rather than leading with the smoke, it's 2 incendiaries down. Roy gets the space, but Afro, he's been dropped over towards the B ramp. And rather than accelerating, Cloud9 are rotating. They're trying to find this gap on A.
All of a sudden, 2 rifles. Capable of doing a lot of damage. Fnatic know that. They've done it with 1 themselves. Here goes the utility. Cloud9 don't have a whole lot of it. Dexter cuts down 2. That's 2 rifles, but obviously you can play hot potato with them. Crims, another 2 victims, leaving just Perfecto by his lonesome. Getting the bomb down here. Cloud9 economically. Mezzy again with the same sort of push-up. Dexter's found Hobbit through the wall. And there's no other members from Cloud9 who, in general, have been struggling so damn much to take any semblance of map control. Fnatic, they've happily trounced in there, planted their flag, and
like these flashes though, Mezzy full blind, but does deal with them. It is just pistols, and you have got the support. As soon as contact is taken, Electronic has dropped all this utility middle. He's baited out the idea that they were going to go for this, and as a result now, Cloud9 are now taking space towards ramp. Afro misses the shot, and Cloud9 are in the bomb site.
You see those heads pop up. Afro with the first shot, and Axel, he's trying to wreak havoc over towards the other part of the map. He's cleaned up A entirely, but Cloud9, the head of the push, is still going over towards B. Perfecto slices Afro and Dexter, even though there is a rebuttal. There's no save Xville, so for Dexter, it's a rather tough decision to be making here. Does seemingly want to go back in. Hobbit around the corner, just switches up his position slightly. Catches Dexter off guard. Could be a better one, but he just wants to do more economical damage, and oh no. Okay, Boombl4 is still around. He's going to get killed by Mezzy. He's got a kit as well. But Hobbit is going to mop up the frag.
Here. Everything on the line. Potentially Cloud9 can equalize the half score line. That donut smoke has gone slightly shallow, and Dexter's just going to play over the top of it.
Dexter finding that tiny gap. And Cloud9, and they still start their push. Hobbit with the first. Boombl4 finds the second, all through the wall. And they're breaking through the hypothetical wall as well. All Fnatic. Afro is the kill on the Electronic. Perhaps with the smoke break. Double swing. Has to be a kill. Roy managed to get away with 2. Cloud9, they haven't planted the bomb yet. Boombl4, nice 2 kills even. Mezzy now found Boombl4. Very antsy. Really wants to peek, but they've only got 10 seconds left. The nade is not going to do enough damage here. Unless there's a massively quick push, which actually seems to be happening here by Fnatic. Electronic already getting the first, but Axel most certainly in trouble. Gets the kill on Roy, but there's so many T's heading for him. Oh my. The scalp taker of Axel is activated. And there is another threat on the site. Mezzy wide swings. That's a nice kill all of a sudden. Fnatic right back in the round with that.
Look at this though. Dexter looking to go through. Mezzy's just shot him through the smoke. I thought Hobbit was surely going to kill the IGL Fnatic, but instead...
Now they can for Fnatic.
Call that a drive-by.
Big
Hero
time.
AK is very interesting when you don't have that bomb plant as well.
He's still got a K, so him getting a lot of those kills. He needs to be careful. And MP9 could swing things heavily in favor, but that's a whole lot of life lost in all on the Fnatic side. Blue kill feed coming through.
Extremely unorthodox purchase there for Fnatic. Signal, and now Perfecto can just play on this angle, might get mollied off. Instead it's flashes, and now he needs to back away, leaving Axel all alone on this bomb site. Perfecto also gives up an audio cue, but it doesn't matter. Axel's pushed through the smoke, he's found 2 kills. Cloud9, they're feeling pretty comfortable here.
And Messi still with the deagle there, not able to land a first shot headshot. And Electronic able to get 2, even though Afro's making a valley.
Line.
Gonna be rough. A little bit. And then Boomage as well. And they've got the kills in buckets and spades. And they try and pounce, they try and aggress.
Towards Shelf, Boomich walks through the spam, does connect onto Dexter, nearly converts into a kill, but instead, Roy wanted to try and punish. Hobbit's there to kind of compensate for that reload. Bails Boomich out of trouble. And meanwhile, whilst all this is going on, mid-space yet again taken. There is an interesting element. Crims is quite deep in A main. So as long as Cloud9 stay alive, it should be completely fine. And that's exactly what's happened. Electronic steps in with the contact taken, and now
Haven't
Crims
been able to do that. Cloud9 give them a hot shower after a cold shower. Continuously switch up the temperatures. I guess there's any hope for showing some aggression here. They're wrong.
Hobbit. Ooh. Map control being taken early here for Fnatic. I feel like that would benefit them an awful lot. For Thunderpick, their live odds are saying that Cloud9 are definitely the favourites for this series. It's now easy to see why, as they are 11-6 up, a couple of rounds away from closing. Crims will now operate with an AK. He's picked up and scavenged that off Mezzi's body, but he's got no armor behind it. At least they've got space now in towards middle. With Axel going down, that's a route through to A.
They don't have the bomb right now on them, though. So Fnatic want to go quickly about this. They do need to have somebody connect back and like that bomb. It does look like they're slowing things down, making sound cues, and Perfecto plucks Roy out of the sky as he tries to get himself in. He's probably crept up further than Hobbit would ever expect. And he's got a swing, instantly died. Boomage pulling his own weight right now. I mean, 10 for 10, doing well. Nothing really to see. Crims goes down, and that just leaves it all to the main man himself, Dexter. He's also getting aggressed. There's no way he's getting that bomb down without a fight.
I don't even think you can put this bomb down. It would be fantastic if he could. Feet's
Might
already
be at
showing.
their end here on Ancient. It is the map pick for Cloud9, but Fnatic, a quick push on towards the A site. Perfecto press back, sees the first, takes his head off. That's a very nice first one. There's got to be more, though. Dexter beaking into him. Perfecto is looking sharp, picking up the all-ping duties. Electronic coming through from behind, up against Mezzi. Tagged up a little bit. Mezzi wins that duel. And there is hope after all for Fnatic, as Mezzi also puts the bullet through the dome of Boomage. Pulling it. Maybe not anymore.
It was so important to Mezzi to get these kills out Donut because it just creates pressure beyond the bomb site. But, the elevated angle. Hobbit falls off the shelf, and Mezzi will punish. That's now Perfecto waving the white flag.
It's not like the two others that are on double digits are looking a whole lot sharper.
It could, but you're also going to do it the hard way. You've got an MP7, you've got a Galil still in the mix. Afro on the Krieg, we're seeing Orpas prioritize the AUG and the SMG. Axel, there was a lineup, but once again, it's that man. Mezzi will clear, flashbang forward, Perfecto on this angle, holding, and will secure Roy. Dexter will chime in with another effort and bring Perfecto down to half. He gets overwhelmed. Fnatic are bulldozing their way in towards A.
Oh my god. But they most certainly are. Mezzi, yet again, an important part in it. For Boomage, I don't think there's any way that you try this round. Crims on the angle does put a bullet in the head of Hobbit. Now Hobbit can at least feel some semblance of as Hobbit. The ocean is crunching upon him. The shadow's showing, but that's massive out of Hobbit. Even start pre-firing Mezzi. And for Boomage, you do somewhat want to try this, but tapping the bomb, it's so easy to find the pre-fire angle. Messi doesn't believe in it. Boomage is sticking it, so Messi's got to go front lines. Now he needs to look what he can find, but you do have a long distance angle here, and Axel also getting rid of Messi with a headshot.
Axel is just diligent, and he clears it. Big fight here between Dexter and Axel, but it's going to be Axel claiming that one. Suddenly the dominoes are starting to Crims. He has got this space in towards red, but he could never progress because Electronic was holding the line the entire time. Perfecto. Now Cyclops in, sees the shadow, and deals with Crims. It's only Afro remaining on this side because he is secondary AWP before Cloud9. He was in the Na'Vi days, and obviously standing in with Boomich as well. He's going to know how you were playing. Axel getting very confident. Electronic now tucked in this corner. Roy overlooks him, and now the dual Beretti bites out. But yeah, instant forces coming out of Fnatic, which I think is a really interesting one. Chime in with success, and Electronic, he started as it means to go on. The flashbangs rain over, but you've got this double layered setup. That's so
on the side of Cloud9. They should all be sharp. Axel, he's been looking fantastic, and I feel like Axel, one of the best riflers in the world, the best, and just not really being able to see the heights that we kind of expect a player like that to be at. And currently, he's looking like he's gonna climb that ladder.
Feeling it. This one is all right, nice shot, but that's
Havoc. We're barking it up real loud and actually trying to infiltrate the back lines. As soon as that smoke dissipates, Boomage, that's where he's going to cut through. He's going to go in before it even breaks. 2 kills for Boomage there, and this entire push for Fnatic, it's already been dredged. They've gotten stuck in the mud, still trying to fight through it, but the timer is ticking as well. Roy being held by Hobbit. This is very dangerous. A lot of pistols looking at him. Now the flash blinding him as well. Still gets the kill, and again, Fnatic, they're not even really doing damage.
No, they're being torn apart here. Yeah, again, it's a conversation piece of you find 1 kill if you're Fnatic, but more increased rate than previous. Dexter around the corner, settled. This is really nice out of Fnatic. You're trying to add a little bit of variety, and Afro will catch Boomich, who was wielding that AWP. Dexter now gets involved as well. A lot of space being taken early here from Fnatic. Electronic trying to close the gap, but he can't find anything.
And even though there might be money for Cloud,
that's nice. I really like the change of pace there. Also, that's Axel walking up connector. He's got a time in here. Afro needs to go back in clear, but he's looking the wrong way currently. However, Dexter will swing and combine with that AWP. Fnatic still destined on this idea to go back forward in towards A, and it is working. They've still got the player advantage, but Boomich, with all of these long-range supports, he's hitting everything on the AWP. 3 kills already into the round, swaps to the USP. Dexter will overwhelm him, and now the 2 versus 2, but look at where Hobbit's got to. But he's missed the mark. That is messy, and now Perfecto's low.
Ooh, Dexter spotted as soon as they removed Axel. That accelerated them further into the round.
Big shots out of Boomich.
Yeah, man.
Look at what that's left. Cloud9 with. Talks about the snowball.
Anticipating a whole lot. Staying vigilant, but now we'll go scouring himself. Boomage is on the off angle. Messi is going to get swung as well. Afro is going to punish Electronic for it, but that's only after there was a kill. But all that action
hunting here because they need to prioritize their own economy before they start looking to try and deal even further
with
damage.
The AWP, that.
Oh,
hello. This is one that I haven't seen. Seems like he's moving though.
I mean, he'll get stuck into the wall, and now he'll be fine.
Yeah.
This is a really cool angle to take.
Oh, he looks away from Afro though. That's a nice first kill. He's gonna stay up on it for a little while longer. Nobody else is gonna peek him. This is dangerous. Fnatic could be in trouble, but they're getting pushed by the pistols right now. Hold up, they're forgetting about the corner. Oh no, this is all falling apart. Fnatic, they did so well. They're up on the high horse, but the higher you are.
I believe that. Boomich just dry swings, and he finds 2 kills with that USP.
What the hell? And it's got to affect the mental as well. Boomage A huge chunk of damage in Cloud9.
Double AWP.
But their AWPer is gone and they're going for 2 of them. Sure, Afro. Oh, shot ripped off into the distance, but that bullet will just be lodged into the wall firmly. Or until renovate. Axel. Oh, the aggression. Here's one spraying. Dexter calling for help, but nobody will give it to him. And then Axel comes through. And he immediately escapes down connector as well. He's going to start the hunt for Crims. Crims, you have to be getting this kill. Nice in the face of Axel, but in the meanwhile, Roy.
Shot on towards Crims, but yet again, Electronic tucked in this corner, playing the long range. Flashbang is brilliant, but there's that trade.
Afro.
The penultimate round of this first half. Scaling up long, that's why they've been able to find success before, but Boomich again will strike. Another opening kill. He drops the utility just so he can fall away. And even wants a bit more. Missed the opportunity, and that allows Dexter to get 2.
Flash through as well, but Dexter now suffocated by the orb. And then, just like that, there's only pistols left, but if they double swing and perfectly get a first kill, the Deagle won't land a one-shot kill. And the bomb is in the hands of Cloud9, so Fnatic have to go ahead with the push. Crims has at least been able to pick up the AUG, get that bit of a laser beam going, Hobbit round.
Fourth hit as they take this short control. Going to be uncontested for now.
Axel, feeling the heat most certainly, and as soon as the nade there yourself, okay, yeah, you know what to improve upon, but if you're just getting punched silly right now, like Boomage knocks down Dexter, one blow to the chest, but Roy, nicely finding an opening, and there is some reprieve here to be found for Fnatic as they have the ace side in the final round of the half.
But because there's been a delay in this bomb plant as well, that will keep Perfecto there. Great.
You're going to be deep in enemy territory in multiple sight lines. That's at least nice first kill. Perfecto finds another one as well. No way. Cloud9, they entered the conversation. Cloud9, one big ball of aggression running down. It's Crims to find the first and remove at least the head of the spear, but the rest is still drenched very deep. Messi, he's duking it out again. 3 fees for him. And that kills the round. Giving Fnatic a way back in. Some great look at the future. As Cloud9 start barreling down, and Fnatic don't lose this round now. Cloud9 have been able to get very close. Afro also low, but there's 3 kills. And even a knife on Hobbit. There you go, that's bad to make you feel good.
Forward. Let's have a look at this, yeah. Nice try. No bomb plant for you, Hobbit.
Yep. Life of an IGL, baby. Ooh, right. Needs to be careful, Afro. Pushing through. He is currently being held. Mezzi at least gets the first kill on Axel elsewhere on the map. Roy will follow it up. This is a lot stronger from Fnatic. As Afro saw 2. Nice flick onto Hobbit. Nicked around in the bud. There's no way.
And more confidence building rounds such as this is only going to help them further.
Whatever happens, you're got to be pretty alright-ish with it. They are losing a lot of players without any chance of a return frag, as Hobbit is right in behind Dexter. Ah, Hobbit, no way! Leaves Dexter at 1 hit as he fluffs his lines big time. Axel.
It looks like they want to try and make something out of it. Crims back turned. Boomich looking the wrong way, though. Doesn't clear the deep corner, and Crims is able to strike with Axel already.
Not be expecting this deep of a position by Roy. They're going for a run boost play here. Roy does a lot of damage on Boomich, but he gets away alive.
Boomich rotating back in. And there is that kill out C9 to get rid of Afro.
Afro, surprised by Perfecto, and now they're going to push that accelerator pedal to the metal all the way through. There's only 15 seconds left, so you got to hurry up. We've got 2 players who are incredibly low. No damage doing utility here for Fnatic. Scratch that. There's no utility at all. Unless they've got some laying about, and Dexter stampeding. Makes it way too easy.
Once more, I feel like you can always have A as an option. Hang on a second. I'll come back to that point in a sec. It should be fine with Boomers.
Fire right back up into it. Sending those 2 players does lose them a lot of economy. Mezzi instantly able to open up on Perfecto. Hobbit. Wow, 9. It does feel like... There, yeah, exactly. They are unaware of Roy's position. Nice kill out of Axel, but there does need to be a whole lot more without
Cloud9 have no map control outside of Monster, but as he looks away, Roy will strike.
Right now, they have to do something, because you can't just sit here until the very end. Looking at the economy here, though, for Cloud9, Axel might be able to drop it a little, but they're definitely going to have to do some
Deny
math
you
here.
knowing exactly what's going to happen until the very end. Afro versus Boomich on this long extremity, and Roy.
Points where Cloud9 lose a player early on. Can't really blame Perfecto, but Boomich here is careless. Electronic flashed.
Is very far advanced here. This is the last place you expect an ult to be. When open the door and then introducing that spam, it just means that he can keep the connector players suppressed, which
What they're doing. And Perfecto is starting to make some moves here, making a lot of noise. Flash comes through, and we're looking at the ground here, but we've still got something to focus back on.
a little bit more punchy out of Cloud9. Probably not in this one, but maybe in the next.
I think it was a missed volley from Cloud9 on short as well. They're not going for any aggression, but missing that mullet. So, wow. Up against the scope rifle of Crims, lays him flat.
And you've got to make a move soon. That needs to come through Electronic in the next couple of seconds. There he is. Incendiary caught him off guard. Electronic finds both. And there comes the acceleration out towards A. That's perfectly played. Afro can still win this round. They can still deny the bomb. But the foot digits, they are a lot of those players. I played together for so long. Finds Boomich to open things up. Perfecto around the corner. Roy deals with him.
He's going to rotate over. And Roy is rotating back. That's a huge kill for Electronic to be getting. They forget about Afro. Electronic has to pull his rifle right back out.
But Electronic can go heaven. Electronic can go heaven here and potentially cut this off. Dexter backstabbed. And now Crims has to turn away. His attention averted up towards the rafters. And that means that Axel can get that bomb down. But Cloud9 didn't anticipate that Crims would be there. It's a 1 versus 1. And look, it's a wrap on initial wrap. Roy walking forward. Does Electronic turn round?
Wrap on wrap crime. And Electronic, he's just going to go down. It seems like he's DC'd as well. A rough round in the previous one. But also very well done, because that was the 2v3. They're going to aggress here. Electronic walking through the smoke. It's nicely traded out, but Afro, he wants to make it more favorable, but the trading offers is currently located in the capital of Electronic. Is, oh my god, I don't know whether Afro aimed at Perfecto, but he did locate his head.
With all this commotion that was put forward, it would make sense for him to go here. He does clear the angle.
For them is those lurk plays, those late activations. Dexter right in the phase of Axel, and the MP9 is going to reign supreme. Electronic is also going to go flandering. And with Dexter escaping there.
He's hit the timing on Afro here. Afro's not ready for this, but I was going to say could adjust instead. It's the headshot
as a flank securer. And there is somebody coming through connector. It's Dexter up against Boomich. Dexter does check his corner, but with how low he was, the chances weren't that great for him. Fnatic, they themselves have barely any money, so if Cloud9 win this, OT, the chances shoot upwards.
What happened there is that where Roy pushes, he locks off. He doesn't see anything down Monster. He can now confirm to Fnatic.
Yeah, sure, you saved over 3 rifles. Boomich entirely blind.
Here comes the flashbangs. They're just going to rain through. They've got the superior weaponry. Good counter from Fnatic. It all comes down to the fight in water, and Crims makes sure that water belongs to him. The territory remains for 3 kills. Hobbit left alone in a 1 versus 3. Will smoke himself off. Tries to isolate Afro over towards CT, but doesn't clear the angle, and it's about to make their move.
And they've got 2 smokes of their own, and Molly as well. Flash to go over the top. There's the first smoke. The rest is all going to follow, though. Dooley's goes down quickly. Mezzi now has to mop up the pieces, finds Boomich, and he's already had a lot of USB headshots coming through. And the 3rd one, no 4th one this time around. But you'd say he's done enough, absolutely. They're trying to aggress upon the site here, get in before they can settle into the post plant, but they've still got position, each and every single one of them. But now that Perfecto's been taken down, they're all going to swing around the corner. Electronic runs out of bullets, and it's easy pickings for Dexter in the pistol.
That was chaotic to end that one. It felt like everyone ran out of bullets, bar Dexter. So he was able just to convert onto Electronic.
They have free access to the B site. Currently, the battle's going on at mid. Roy spraying through the smoke, finds the head of Electronic.
Yeah, really nice. Both Crims and Roy have been dropping nades in this long smoke to have a little bit of a peek. Dexter and Afro combine.
1 kill on the round. 1 HP left over, of course. The Cloud9. The amount of seconds that they've got left over is starting to near that one as well. And of course, it's the big zero that Max. Cloud9 still going to trigger the push. Roy going down early, but that's not who you care about. Is Mezzy looks to run the show, gets a kill, and that's all that he really needs.
A kill, and that ultimately completely seals the round. Boomich has to drop off this bomb. And speaking of kills, Mezzy now trying to find even more. Roy's here to help him this time, but they go 1 for 1. The trades are even, and that's B bomb site open for business for Cloud9.
The bomb was running back, so there's going to be a slight delay before they get the site cleared out, and the bomb is able to go down. And Boomage having different ideas. Boomage running back there does to a certain extent. What a smoke as well, Hobbit. Very well could not be checked here. It doesn't look like they're going to enter the dungeon with them. They're going to fight this head on. Axel ready with the nade. He's going to break the smoke, but scopes in on the wrong player initially. And he's just going to molly, but yeah, you hear the smoke. You don't really want to try that one again. Runs back, does get caught. Afro picks up the kit, and it's all going to be all right. Hobbit saw the play, but it didn't have enough
this
time.
This leaves A slightly weaker. That's exactly where Cloud9 are going.
Dexter first kill on Boomage. Dexter continues to be annoying. The Electronic does get one, but Crims is yet to be removed. Finally, Hobbit gets to that task, but Perfecto so low already. Gonna be able to get that bomb down again. That's the returning theme for Cloud9, but thus far the returning theme has also been them losing the round as Mezzy closes down on short. He's got Afro at his disposal as well. Decent flash, but nobody peeks off of the back of it. It looked like Hobbit wanted to. Nice peek by Hobbit. Doesn't manage to get the kill converted, and Perfecto a deer in headlights as Fnatic yet again they retake the site and manage to get back on their hovers.
Yeah, a little bit unfortunate there for Hobbit.
Retake's just flawless. Entire way to the shop, and for the start of the round, Hobbit at least is able to barbecue man. Cloud9 back in contention. Afro has to be a kill here for Electronic, or at least he can't go down, but now there's some reinforcements. Crims takes down Electronic. Crims is going to double up with Axel in the wings. And again, Cloud9 are running after the fact. Got Crims ropes in position. Hobbit is able to decapitate him at least. Cloud9, another post plant looks imminent. Perfecto. Okay, they changed glances. And it's going to be Perfecto who comes out on top. This
Just tucks in, draws Roy in closer and closer to the trap, and it's been sprung. Cloud9 finally.
I think they're going to be punished all too much by it, considering all the pistols. The pistols are now going to enter mid and also be thrown into the blender.
Yeah. Again, just good stuff. Are we ready to
position that usually gets a nade thrown its way. The Cloud9 aren't going to test him. Afro, he's going to be at the forefront, but as soon as he regains his vision, that's where they enter the battlefield with him. It's trading back and forth as it's red and blue in the kill feed. Electronic is going to see a whole lot of red spilled around him as the bullet comes flying towards him. Crims, obviously, they already knew of his position, but shooting a few bullets isn't going to help his case. Let's pre-fire the angle, but it's another post plant. Roy is found by Perfect. Look at that.
Oh, no.
Yeah. No,
so always make it an advantage for Cloud9. Speaking of advantages, they've got one in this round. Boomich will find Mezzy. Roy does have a rifle, but no.
Well, they do have the entire harvest now over towards the B site. But Roy now decapitated. Cloud9 walking for the pistols. They could be mean, but right now, Dexter finally is able to convert the kill on Boomage. Afro also goes down at least. Cloud9. Everybody's moving over towards that A side, and they're going to call it. We're going to plant our flag right here. Crim's still on the balcony, though, and he's fighting Afro. Now helping him out a tad. As Hobbit drops lifeless right in front of Crim's face. He'll take that any day of the week. There's a huge flank-ish by Boomage. There's also a smoke in the way. You've got Afro looking right at it. Spotted by Roy.
Right in the middle, orchestrating all of this chaos. Crims even bails.
Wrong button there, lad. Oh, Roy's dead. Done for. Dunzo Washington. Big time. Mezzy on the defense. Boom, just gonna aggress, gonna go down as well.
This is awkward though. Mez in the balcony, but this will be relayed info. Electronic, well, he's going to confirm that in a sec. 2 players are here, but look at Axel. He can backstab Afro. Instead, announces his presence as they start to come back out of the balcony. Dexter will deal with him. Another round is a little bit less up in the air.
Trying to find an opener, but Mezzy has been so incredibly strong all throughout. Not anymore as he goes limp. Hobbit will slump him. Surely that's going to accelerate Perfecto, who's waiting for a bit of help from Hobbit. They're going to change positions. It's Hobbit up close. Flash to go through. Afro down. That feels a bit too quick. Hobbit trying to find some information. Bum going down. Dexter doesn't want to push anymore. He's done with it. Understandably so. I reckon he's just going to go for that.
The incendiary close and just backs off. Doesn't even need to commit to that fight.
Have a look in, but he's had a lot of vision with the AWP, not a lot of kills with it. This Dexter is there for the trade out. Mezzy also goes spraying down range, and oh, he heard a head crunch there.
Nature. This position from Crims is everything right now. As long as he doesn't get blinded, Boomich doesn't have a flashbang, so instead it's going to be pure contact. But Crims gets overwhelmed, and as too does Dexter. Takes one to the grave with him, but at the end of the day, it's still a 3-on-2.
Do they have enough money to have a crack at this? There's 2 players heavily tagged up. The decision. No, it does get more in. Whatever damage they get against them, it's all what they can do. But Roy manages to take down Hobbit. Perfecto. Close. I was going to say, you do just die there now, right?
Close. Afro starts to hold angles. All comes down to this. Axile fakes out the shot perfectly. Flashbang goes in. Smoke goes forward. And Axile just wants to try and take the fight, and he's managed to.
My God, Axile's rattling off right now. That basically confirms it for Cloud9. Or at least giving themselves the whip up. Mezzy brings it back in the camp of Fnatic a little bit. Maybe Hobbit doesn't think about Dexter's position here. Dexter aggressing on Hobbit now. Runs around the corner. Yeah, decapitation.
Cloud9 away in the pistols.
Fnatic. This is very quick. Boomer, sure, he's got a nade, but he's also got a whole lot of flurries of T's are heading towards his way, and they're just running forward. The nade is going to be a tad bit behind them. Boomich still getting aggressed upon, and he's probably not smoking a cigarette here, even though there are enough of them behind this little box. Dexter decapitates him, takes his position, and Fnatic, an incredibly quick B take.
There's no util here for Cloud9 either. They're going to go and get crunched straight into this from CT and the site. Not everyone needs to peek. Dexter is going to start off proceedings, and he gets even closer on them. Great round out of Fnatic, completely overwhelming Boomich. And from there, they can have all of the space required on that. To clear every single one of these angles. Here comes that contact, and now it's a case of how many can Mezzy find? 2. Not too bad at all, and that gives up the ghost for Cloud9. Everyone's now going to try and hide and spawn. Loving these camera angles.
Yeah, peekaboo.
7 rounds each. Once again, it's Fnatic
Sort of
digging.
Release on the valve. That nade into mid isn't going to be it, but Hobbit finding 1 at least and doing a tad bit of damage on Mezzy. Got tagged up himself, but he already had a frag. Afro, and he's being careful. The edge of the smoke here, playing with Boomich. And as soon as he figures out that he's in a game with Boomich, he's going to lose out immediately.
The pressure on now for Fnatic to work their way back. Boomich steps in, and he doesn't reveal that crossfire of Electronic and Axile. Electronic's even now going hunting for more, sees that flash trajectory, but that simultaneously baits him in towards Crims. Still 3 players are here. For Cloud9 on A.
As it is. And he can just sit back. Did get killed by Mezzy. with the amount of damage that Mezzi took, it had to be more cleanly. They're going to try and still enter upon the site. Mezzi gets swung, and that's the bomb down. Crims, sure he's able to get the one. Axel spraying away with the USP. There's time to retrieve this bomb and getting it down. Axel being a bit too loose with his position there. Perfecto also can't push. He might just have to drop on Crims, though. Crims gonna be back ribbed. Oh, Perfecto. He now knows that he's won the round, but my, oh my. He panics a whole lot. He sees this as an opportunity. Hobbit, you've only got an MP9 smoke break as well. He's able to get himself back into CT. They're not reading into two players being right underneath. Hobbit trading himself out. That's still so much damage done, though. And the utility that's left on the side of Cloud9, especially the nade of Axel, could come into play here. They're going for a flash through, though. Dexter, Afro switching, but he's right behind Electronic, doesn't realize it. And Afro is going to get that kill in the end, but they're all so incredibly low. Afro, maybe there was an elbow spotted, but Boomage has to be careful. Right, he's right in the corner. Love that off angle. And Fnatic,
especially after Hobbit was throwing chaos in. Axel can do some damage, but we'll...
Cloud9, they held all the cards there for a second. Aces. Roy is at least thinking about something like that, something cheeky.
What the investment is going up against them. They're very calculated mid-rounds in which they are just ensuring that Cloud9 are always seemingly in the wrong place at the wrong time. Look pretty comprehensive from Cloud9 as we took battle initially on Inferno, but this T side from Fnatic has been very special indeed.
Well, apparently you are. You're not going to go to Italy and then send back a picture of a flower. You got to make something local, a bit. Make sure that Mezzi will stay local as it can be. Lifeless Afro, very much the same.
Goes through the smoke for Hobbit. Again, he's been a player that's really been impressing me this series. Electronic. Roy's creeped under the crosshair. But doesn't clear him. And Electronic's able to adjust. How does...
Electronic loves having his back turned, or at least...
we just need some bomb plants here for Fnatic. Just to kind of iron out the economy a little bit. Afro, looks like he was moonwalking. But the flashbang, it's so immaculate. On towards top middle. Roy will get that trade. But that's the AWP, the highest value out of him.
And Fnatic flashed through, but Mezzi and then Dexter is right behind Mezzi. And as soon as Perfect stumped... Oh, wow.
Him staying alive would be a blessing. I won't even manage that. Dink. And that's going to accelerate the play. They've heard that, Fnatic. Looking to potentially burst through on a timing. No utility is the biggest issue. And Boomage with the drive-by. Sure, why not? Even swaps to the USP for good measure. So much damage done, but it's not affecting Crimson Afro. They've now upgraded themselves, and they are trying to hightail it towards the B-bomb site.
Perfecto is very pressed up, but Afro on the swing. The MP9 of Crims is also going to fall flat. But considering
been able to step in, they've been holding their utility quite a lot as well. This is why we've got this change up. A fast split over towards A. Last thing the Cloud9 were really expecting. However, some kills are going back and forth. Axel reveals his position from the balcony. And will even keep going for good measure. Combines with Electronic.
Would be huge for his team already, so they keep their chances alive. And Boomage having an AWP, he can't be too aggressive. But Crane's going to walk right through. Boomage no scope. It's simple. Others that have stepped it up. But the overarching theme is that Fnatic have just come up short time and time again.
They go for it again. Makes sense to do it with a lesser weaponry. Flashbang, really good though for Axel, but this time doesn't have the same potency. Prim starts to wrap forward. Boomage announces his presence over towards A, but he is out of there. Cloud9 is saving. Fnatic
save it in the manner that they are currently looking like it. Right, that's fantastic. Boomage evenly somewhat seemed aware of it with the hard way. Hobbit looks to aggress, but there's a lot of bullets flying through. Mezzi looking for some aggression, but it's Hobbit instead. He'll continue to spray down range. Dexter takes a lot of damage. 25 seconds, so those rotations are going to be quick. They're going to be coming through. Boomage gets the one, claims a victim. Roy, he's been able to cross at least, But the timer is ticking and they all start entering the vision. Boombl4 doesn't manage to get anything else. But look at how quick Cloud9 have been there to respond. They're not even planting the bomb just yet. This is disaster. This is drama. Fnatic, they're not going to be able to pull it off due to the merits of time. It's Cloud9 to steal it away from Fnatic. It was a valiant effort, but it's